Hello everyone, this is part 11 of C programming language video series. In this video, we will cover these contents: pointer introduction, pointer benefits, understand pointer, accessing the address of a variable, declaring pointer variables. Pointer introduction. A pointer is a variable which holds the address of another variable of same data type. Pointer contains memory addresses as their values. These memory addresses are the location in the computer memory where programs, instructions, and data are stored. Pointers can be used to access and manipulate data stored in the memory. Pointer benefits. Pointers are more efficient in handling arrays and data tables. Pointers can be used to return multiple values from a function via function arguments. Pointers allows references to functions and passing functions as argument to other functions. The use of pointer arrays to character strings result in saving of data storage space in memory. Pointers allows C to support dynamic memory management. Pointers provide an efficient tool for manipulating dynamic data structure such as structures, linked lists, queues, stack, and trees. Pointers reduce length and complexity of programs. They increase the execution speed and complexity of programs. So now understand pointer. The computer has selected memory location 6485 as place of store values 5. The location number 6485 is not a number to be relied upon because some other time the computer may be choose a different location for storing the value 5. The important point is i's address in memory is a number. So we understand the pointer. So we assign 5 value to I variable. This is the I variable, location name, and 5 is the value. So this 5 value assigned to I variable. So I have a particular address. For example, a person live in a house. So a person, suppose a person is a I, and person live in a house. So this is a suppose a house, or this is the location, and that house number means the address of the house. So this is the 6485, the address of the house. So similarly we are talking here. So I variable contain 5 values and the I address in memory is a 6485. So 6485, this is the address of I, and this is computer generated address location in the memory. So computer store anywhere in the memory where the space is free. Okay. So I think you understand the pointer, how to store the value, and how to represent the address of the variable. Accessing the address of a variable. The actual location of a variable in the memory is system dependent, but the variable address is not known. So we assign some values. So the address of the variable memory system allocate automatically. Okay, so we don't know the address of a particular variable. The address of operator. So this operator is a address of our operator is used to return address of the variable. So we use this operator, address operator, so we can return, or we can see the address of a particular variable. We have already seen the use of address operator in the scanf function. So we already used scanf function in earlier programs. So we use address of operator. So we scan the value of a particular variable when we enter by the keyboard. So the value is scanned by the scanf function, and this address operator keep the value or store the value uh, which I entered by the keyboard. Okay, so this is the syntax. J equal to address operator I. So means we assign some I address to the another variable is a j. So we assign the address of I to j variable. Okay. So we would assign the address 6485. So suppose the 6485 address of the I assigned to the j variable. So the j location of I to the variable j. Okay. Declaring pointer variables. Every variable must be declared for its type. Since pointer variables contain addresses that belong to separate data type. So data type means we should declare an data type means integer, float, character, and here is the we use pointer and pointer name. So we use the pointer name. So this is example. So this is the data type of the pointer, and this is the p is a pointer name, and we use pointer. Okay, so we can say uh, p is a pointer of integer data type. Okay, so here x is a pointer variable of float type. Okay, so here this is the explanation. The asterisk pointer name is a pointer variable. Pointer name need a memory location. Pointer name points to a variable of type data type. Okay, so this is the explanation of this syntax. So this is a example of how to use pointer in a program. So this program can easily understand. So this is the I equal to 5. So here we take integer variable and assign 5 value to I. So printf. So we here print address of I is equal to percent unsigned value. Okay, so we use here unsigned because the suppose the value is largest, so we use unsigned instead of percent d. So we use percent unsigned address of I. So the address of I will be print. Okay, so because we use address of I, and in second statement printf value of I percent d I. So the in you can see in the output, the first printf will print the address of I. So here I equal to this is the address of I, and the second printf will print the actual value of I which contain 5. So the value of I equal to 5. So I think you understand the output of this program easily. So there is no doubt. The another example, so we understand deeply pointer, how to work pointer. So in this example we use int I equal to 5. Okay, so here printf address of I. So here the first printf will print the I address. Okay, I's address. So here we can see in the output address of I equal to 6485. So this is the address of I, and in printf in second statement value of I equal to I. So here the second statement will print the actual value of I. Okay, so the 5 will be print, and the this is the new statement. Okay, printf value of I equal to percent d. So here pointer and in address of I. So we use address. So in first statement we print the address, and in the second statement we print the actual value of I. And in if we use both means pointer and address, both operator use, so this statement or this action will work like I means actual value will print by the I. So okay, so the value of I will be print 5. So because the pointer, because the I we address of the I. So here is the if we use by a single address of I. So this is the print the address of I, but use this with the pointer. So this will print the ith actual value. Okay, so in the output the I will print 5. Okay, note that printing the value of a pointer address of I is same as printing the value of I. The expression address of I gives the address of the variable I. So here we assign the address of I to another variable j. Okay, so here we understand why this diagram. So here this is the I means we represent the I store 5 value, and this is the address of I. And here we assign the address of I. So we assign this address means 6485, this address assigned to j. So the j contain this address means j contain this actual value, but j also have itself address means j have also own address. So this is the 3276, this is the jth address. Okay, so I think you understand the ith assigned address to j another variable. So j also have the own address. So this is the jth address. Okay, so this is the another address. So in this program, I think you understand the whole concept of a pointer and the address of pointer. Okay, so here we start here, and the main function will start the execution of a program. So the control will start from here int I equal to 5. Okay, so int pointer j. So here we take the pointer j, and j equal to address of I. So here the I is the address assigned to j. Okay, so in first statement printf address of I equal to a percent unsigned address of I. So this first statement will print the ith address. Okay, so here we can see in the output first printf will print the ith address. Okay, now in the second statement we print the j. So here the j will print the value. Okay, so the j will print the actual value. Sorry, actual value of j means the j store the actual value store. So j will the print. So here j will print the actual value means j store the actual value 6485, because here we assign address of I to j. So j store the ith address. Okay, j store the ith address. So b print j. So b print j. So j will print the ith address means j print the actual value which is stored. So j will print. Sorry, here this is the typing mistake. Here address of j. So we should write here address of j equal to 6485. Okay. In the third statement, address of j equal to percent unsigned address of j. So here the this third statement will print the jth address. Okay, j contain the address, so j will print the own address. Okay, so this is the address of j 3276. Now in the fourth printf, value of j equal to j. So here the value of j, so the j value again the print. Okay, because here in the second statement we assign the assign the ith address to j. So j will print the address of the I, and here j print the actual value of j, because we also take the pointer of j, but we assign the address of the I. So j uh, print the j actual value which is stored. So j store the I address. So in the fourth printf, j will print the ith address. This is the actual address. Okay, means actual value of j. Now in the fifth printf statement, value of I equal to I. So this I value print the actual value because I contain the 5 value. So value of I equal to 5. And in um, second last, value of I equal to uh, uh, po- value of I, sorry, value of I equal to pointer address of I. So this will also print the actual value of I. So the I will print I equal to 5. And in last, printf value of I equal to uh, uh, pointer j. So j will print the actual value. Okay. So here the j contain the 5. So here the pointer j means the j contain the actual value of 5. Okay. So here is also the value of I equal to 5. Okay. So I think you understand the uh, clearly of the pointer, how to pointer use. Okay. So in the another, this is another example, so you can understand more clearly. Okay. So here we use int I equal to 5, pointer j, and pointer double pointer k. Okay. So here j equal to address of I, k equal to address of j. So here I address of I assigned to j, and the address of j assigned to another variable k. Okay. So here we print address of I in the first statement. Address of I is equal to unsigned address of I. So here the I address will print. Okay, so this is the I address. And in the second printf, I equal to j. So here the ith address will print by the j. So here the I address will print by j. So here because we assign the address of the I here, this is, so we assign the address to j variable. So j will print the address of I. And here another in the third, I equal to means the pointer k. So here pointer k will print the address of I, because here we can see we assign the address to j. Okay. But we assign j contain the I address. So here we j contain the I address, and here we assign in the third time j address means j value to k. So j actually store the I address, and this I address will store or to k variable. Okay. So assign to k. Here the k will print the ith address. Okay. So here the 6485 will print. Now in this printf fourth printf statement, address of j equal to address of j. So here the j will print the address of j. Okay. So here j will print the address of j, which the own address of j. So here j will print the jth address. Okay. And here address of j equal to k. So here k will print the jth address. Okay. Because the jth address will print k. So here the j contain the I address. So j will print the ith address. So here this will print j equal to 3276. This is the I address. Okay. 3276. 32676. This is the jth address. Okay. And address of j equal to k. Okay. So here it will print the uh, jth address. Okay. So here will print address of k equal to 7, sorry, address of j equal to 3276. Okay. And here in the value of k equal to percent %d address of k. So the k will print the address of k. Okay. So here the k will print the 7234. This is the k variable address. Okay. And next value of j equal to j. Here this value print by the j address. Okay. Because j contain the address of I, so it will print the uh, 6485. This is the I actual of I address. Okay, and address of k equal to k. So this will print the actual address of k. Okay, so 3276. This is the kth address because j we assign the jth address to k. So this will print the k value means 3276. This is the jth address. Okay, assigned to the k. Okay, and here address of I equal to I, so this will print the actual value of I, so it will print 5. And here we use a pointer and address of I, this also similar print the actual value of I, so it will print the 5. And in second last it will also print the pointer j, so here we use the pointer j, so this will also print the actual value of I, this will also print the actual value of I. And here in the last, this is the pointer to pointer k, means double pointer, so this will also the actual value of I. Okay, so we use double pointer, so this will print the actual value of I. Okay, so I think you understand the concept of the pointer clearly. Now observe how the variable I, j and k have been declared. So we understand the concept of I, j, k in the previous program. So here we declare I, j and pointer to pointer k, means double pointer k. Here I is an ordinary int, j is a pointer to an int. Okay, so j is a pointer to an int, often called the integer pointer, and k is a pointer to an integer pointer. So here we understand by this diagram, we the I store the actual value of 5, and I is the address of 6485, and we assign the address of I to j, so j contain the 6485 address of I. Okay, and jth own address is the 3276, and we assign this value jth to k, so k contain means we assign the address to k, so the k store the 3276. This is the jth address, but we assign jth address to k value, so k store 3276 of j address. So but the value of k is the 3276, but address of k is a 7234. So this is the different variable, and store the actual value itself, means I store the actual value 5, j store the actual value of 6485, and k store the actual value 3276, but all variable have the own address. Okay, so this is the different address of the different variables. Pointer use enough in the function call. Okay, so how to function call use use with the pointer. Here int a equal to 10 and b equal to 20, so we assign 10 to a and 20 value to b. Here we use this is the function name swap reference. Okay, reference means address. Okay, here we pass the reference of the a and b variable, so we pass the address of a and b, so that address of a here is pass and address b of pass, so and print the b and a. So this is the function call. So this when the pointer go to the swap reference, so the control pass or call the function, so the swap reference function call. So here the control pass to the swap reference function, and here we use int x and int y. So we pass the address a and b, address of I, but we here this receive the actual value of a and b because we use the pointer. Okay, suppose we use the without pointer x and y, so this x store the address of a, and this y store or receive the address of b. but we use the pointer. So we receive the actual value of a means the a copied value to x, and b actual value copied to the y. Okay, here int temp, so where we take the another variable temp, and the temp equal to x means x contain the value 10. Okay, so here 10 value will store to temp, and here x pointer x equal to pointer y. So here y store the 20 value, so 20 value will store to the x, and here y equal to t. So here temp store 10 value, so here the 10 assigned to y. So the value this these three statement will swap the value to each other. Okay, so the value swap here, and the this value return to the actual function, and the value will print of a and b. So the a equal to 20 and b equal to 10. Okay, so this is the swapping program and use the pointer. Okay, so I think you understand the uh, pointer concept in this video. And if you have any doubt related to pointers, you can ask any query. Thank you.